up, y'all? I got one hair sticking out, I think. Wow. Sorry. Figured I'd do the discussion on this video. Something that I've just found out a couple days ago while talking to a company driver with another mega carrier. Kind of interesting. Well, not kind of, very interesting. It blew my mind. So, yeah, stick around and hear about it.
Listen, results happen over time, not overnight. Keep working, stay consistent, and be patient. Your time is coming.
All right, y'all. So, sorry, I'm trying a new format of things. I really need a haircut too. Maybe this weekend when I'm home coming up, I can get a haircut. Going home for my birthday. It's a good thing. Been out here for almost a month, I think. I don't freaking know. Don't remember. Been out here for a while. My last couple videos were pretty much negative. So, but then again, I was in the negative mindset. I'm trying to be in a more positive mindset, being realistic though. So, but nonetheless, that's for the actual review part of this video. This one is the topic of what is your thoughts on a company who compensates a driver for making videos on either Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube, on all the social media platforms. There is a company out there that I recently found out by talking to one of their drivers, because he came up to me and he's like, hey dude, I watch your videos on YouTube. I create my own videos on YouTube as well. He's like, all right, cool. We talked, we exchanged, and he was telling me it sounds like my experience is almost kind of like his. The only difference is I get to freely discuss how my experience is, because I'm not being compensated for my videos. RTI, I will say this out loud, and again, RTI is not paying me to make these videos. Okay? So these videos are 100% honesty. They are me and my opinion and my experience at this company. I am not being paid to make these videos. Neither am I making these videos to try to get a referral bonus. Don't get me wrong, RTI has an amazing referral bonus, but I'm not making these videos because of that. But on his end, he told me he signed a contract with them when they found out that he does YouTube. And this is a mega carrier, nonetheless. He signed a contract that every video he makes, he will be compensated for making that video. Now, with that being said, he obviously, like he was telling me, he obviously can't talk negative about the company that he works for, because the company is paying him to make these videos, to do these reviews on their company, which is kind of weird. Blew my mind, because there's a lot of us, including myself, that come on the YouTube to do research on companies that we are interested in joining. And it made me think, on this mega carrier, and they are everywhere on YouTube. They have a whole bunch of videos. They are a refrigerated mega carrier, and that is all I'm going to say, because that is all. I don't want legal issues on my end, so that is all I'm going to say. They have so many people on YouTube making so many videos about their company, and it makes you sit there and wonder, well, what's true and what's not true? Why do they think that they can, well, they don't think, they are. They're manipulating the market to make their company look better. And it just blew my mind. Like, he cannot say anything negative about the company. He made one negative remark about the company in a video that he made. And the company threatened to pull his funding of paying him to make the videos and possibly terminate him because it was breach of his contract with them. Which, in my opinion, I'm sorry, I buy. If you're going to tell me that I can't tell the truth and can't sit here and tell how an experience or how a company's actually treating their drivers, buy. I'm not doing it. Now, don't get me wrong. What he told me is they give you the option in the when you're in orientation and before you sign this contract, everything else, they give you the option. You can either sign it and be compensated for your videos, or you can not sign it and make whatever videos you want. Now, with that being said, I'm sure if you don't sign the contract and they know that you're a they know that you're a driver who makes social media videos, I'm sure their social media team is going to be all over your profile, watching everything that you post, you discuss, everything. They're going to be watching it to a T, and you're being censored anyways. I'm sure a lot of you know who this company is. Like I said, I am not going to say their name, but it just blew my mind that, I guess to say, the balls that this company has to literally, if they find out you are a social media influencer, they will literally compensate you to make the videos and whatnot. But they have their stipulations to those videos. Now this driver, because I told him I was going to make a video on this, I'm not going to say his name. I'm not going to really discuss much about him. Or whatnot. And he didn't really want to discuss much of what the contract per se said. He just said that obviously because of his experience from making one negative comment, that they and blew it out of proportion. That it was a very toxic, I guess, environment there. So yeah, I guess that's my discussion. What is your guys' opinion on such issue? Do you think that the driver should have free range to be able to talk about how a company is and still be compensated for it from this company, no matter if it's bad PR or good PR? Or do you think that the company shouldn't even be getting involved in compensating a driver for making videos like this, like what I do? Again, I will say it again, RTI, Riverside Transportation Incorporated, does not pay me a dime on any of these videos I make. RTI, TLI, none of it. They do not pay me to make these videos. I am not compensated. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, it blew my mind. I was just like, wow. Really makes you wonder what reviews are actually true when it comes to a company. Especially, like I said earlier, the majority of us all go on either YouTube or Indeed or Glassdoor or Trucker Report or whatever, and we go try to find reviews and whatnot on companies that we are about ready to join. So, yeah, I think I'm going to end the discussion with that. So, stay tuned for the last 2 weeks worth of a weekly review, if I can speak. I don't know how long the review video will actually be, because I will probably be on my way home or at home on home time when I make that video, or I may just wait till after I come back from home time to make the video. I haven't really decided yet, but like I said, it is my birthday coming this week in this review video, so I am going to just try to relax and unwind and get into a better headspace, and get back to grinding out those miles and trying to make some money and make this work. So, alright.
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers.
Oh no.
5 beers.
Oh
6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9 beers. And a Bloody Mary.
Alright, y'all. Sorry, I know this video is coming a little late. I got over being sick while on home time. Still starting, trying to still get over it a little bit. Feeling much better today. And I gotta wait 5 hours to get a couple tires repaired, so I figured why not get this done and over with. Trying to stay positive. It's another thing. I'm trying to get these videos done and these reviews on an RTI. So, seeing how this last month hasn't really been all that great, and it seems like it's going to continue that way. So, I don't know. I'm doing better than the company drivers, though, that I've ran into and talked to them. I'm at least getting somewhat close to 2,500 miles a week, where some of these company guys that I've talked to are maybe topping out at 2,000 miles. There was one guy, while I was in Owensboro, he was really upset. He was on the phone with his driver manager and pretty upset because he literally, for the pay week, only had 1,500 miles for that week. So, and yeah, I would freaking lose my fucking mind. Excuse my language, but I would lose my mind as a lease operator, because I got truck payment, I have all fuel payment, I have all that crap to pay for. Him as a company driver, he doesn't have any of that and whatnot, but still pretty frustrating, especially I can understand why he was frustrated. So, as you can see, I got a little cleaned up too while being on home time, so my hair's not all shaggy and shit and whatnot, shaved up. So, like I said, trying to stay in a more positive mood. Doing better than most of the company guys that I've ran into. Averaging, like I said, about a 2,500 mile week. I'm really wanting to get out of this trend and trying to get into some better miles. But even the guys that I talk to who are getting a crap ton, that were always getting a crap ton more miles than me, are starting to see a dip in their miles. So, I don't know. I guess I'm 50-50 on that, to be honest with you. I don't know. I want everybody to succeed, but at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, you're finally getting the same amount of miles as I am and whatnot. So, welcome to the club. I don't know. Finally got the T version. There was a town pump in Sydney, Montana this morning that I stopped at. This is the Dead Billionaire version of the Liquid Death. It is basically an Arnold Palmer. It's tea, lemonade, mixed with agave, and has some vitamins in it. That's all carbonated, so pretty good. Like I said, was telling you guys in previous videos, Liquid Death has the water, and then they have tea. Finally found the tea version inside a truck stop, so was pretty excited about it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's been rough. It's about all I can say. It's been rough. I know, and I know the company itself is having some issues too, obviously, because I'm not the only one feeling the pain. Even company drivers are feeling the pain and whatnot. So these last couple weeks for my review is so just be aware when you come on to RTI, if you are a OTR driver, if you come on as an OTR driver like I am, you're gonna be in the same boat as I am, where you're fighting for miles and trying to stay in the positive. So there is a lot of dedicated routes, and the company's getting other dedicated routes. I have found out through comments and from people talking. Unfortunately, where I live, they still nothing. Still no dedicated. They even when the Tractor Supply DC gets built out there where I live, I don't know if I really want to be dedicated to Tractor Supply, because a lot of these Tractor Supply loads are pretty small miles. So yeah. So just be aware of that when you come on, and whatnot. But as always, I'll show my 2 pay stubs, or my pay settlements for these last couple weeks at the end of this video. So if you want to see those, stay tuned. I'm open and honest about the good, the bad, and the ugly about my experience here. Now, again, this is my experience as an OTR lease purchase driver. This is not an experience for a lease purchase driver who is dedicated to an account with RTI. So I know of one or two dedicated accounts. Well, technically 3. I know one of them gets, the lease purchase drivers on that one gets paid really well. So I've talked to that driver and a couple of their drivers, and they love it. But you got to live in a certain area to get put on that dedicated account. So, and I don't live in that area. RTI as well, just so you all are aware, is more of a middle of the country and out in eastern side of the United States. I live out in western Idaho. So it makes it a little, western United States in Idaho, which makes it a little bit more fun. They do have, obviously, customers out there, but as anybody knows who's been in the trucking industry, the state of Idaho is more of a refrigerated freight state than it is refrigerated or a flatbed state than it is a dry van. I would love if RTI would get a refrigerated, bring back their refrigerated division, because then I could be you could get home a lot better, and have a hell of a lot better chance of getting a load getting out of there than having to fight to find something or they have to fight to find something, or anytime I want to go home, having them have to fight with me to get me home on certain days. So yeah, I don't know. My review is the company's we'll see how things go. We'll see if things will change in the next few months. I know winter's coming, obviously. We'll see if things can start getting better. I'm not too excited, like I said. Figured while doing this video, I'm having to sit for 5 hours waiting for somebody to come out to replace a freaking steer tire again, and a drive tire. This specific steer tire on my truck is now the 3rd time it's being replaced. I don't know why. I've told them multiple times that I probably need an alignment, but they don't listen. They say that the truck is aligned, it's just fine, the suspension is fine, the kingpins are fine, all that crap. At least the last time it got replaced while I was there in Kansas City, they were blaming it on me for not having the truck, or the tire kept up on its PSI. So which is another weird thing that RTI does. They have Continental and Yokohamas. Both of those tires they want at 120 PSI. When it's cold, obviously. The cold start PSI. So I check it every day. It doesn't matter. This is the 3rd time on the exact same tire, steer tire on the driver's side, that it's needing to get replaced. So there's obviously something wrong with the truck. If it's 3 times since I've gotten this truck that I've had to replace that one steer tire. And hopefully whoever comes out this time will replace both of my steer tires like you technically should, instead of putting on a used steer tire like they did this last time over there in Kansas City shop. I'm really hoping they just replace both of them. So, now don't get me wrong, my passenger side steer tire, I'm going to be a little upset with losing, but because it's a Bridgestone. Personally, I would prefer a Bridgestone or a Michelin steer tire on my truck than these freaking Yokohamas or Continentals. Continental's a good tire when you're putting it on your personal car. A semi-truck, no. I don't know. They're sending Goodyear out, so I'm sure I'm going to get a couple of Goodyear tires. We'll see. Yeah. It's my review for these last couple weeks. Trying to stay positive, trying to stay in there. We'll see how things go. So, yeah. Stay tuned at the end to see my the pay settlements for these last couple weeks at the end of this video, and I appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Oh, well, pardon me, Mr. Perfect. I guess I forgot that you never ever make a mistake.